7 lessons that every entrepreneur should learn from Steve Jobs. 1. Travel the world and do new things. Travel opens new windows and avenues. We often see a 30-year-old staying with parents and traveling for the first time on honeymoon. One must travel before the teenage ends. Those mistakes, meeting strangers, and keeping an open mind in a new country, teaches us about people, culture, and history. That whole experience develops a different streak in our cerebrum. Steve himself traveled to India and stayed quietly in an ashram. It's important to remember his lesson that, when we understand people, we start understanding consumerism automatically. 2. Learn like a child. Learning is a way of life and never leaves us. Our brain is reshaping with every single thought we have. Children are driven forward by their unbridled curiosity. Just imagine how differently children approach the learning process. To them, it's just a part of the discovery mode they use to face the world that surrounds them. Keep exploring to keep your brain young, and live an exceptional life full of extraordinary lessons. If you are not learning, you're shrinking. 3. Don't take no for an answer. Steve Jobs was famous for being extremely bold and clear on what he wanted. He didn't shy away from repeating the same question over and over until he got a solution or an answer. People used to avoid direct confrontations with him because they knew that he was so logical and convincing that they would be forced to agree on terms they might not even like. 4. Take a calculated risk. Every idea is a good idea unless it's implemented. There is a lot at stake when innovation happens: people, investment, time, energy, effort, market dynamics, competition, viability, etc. All this is risk, and there is no surety if that one golden idea will work or not. But if we don't take that risk, we won't be sure if we are moving in right direction or not. Always take calculated risks on practical grounds. 5. Never care about reality. Steve didn't care much about reality. He forced engineers working with him to create products that were impossible to produce before Apple got there. Whether it was the slimmed MacBook or highly sophisticated iPhone, his vision and denial of reality inspired them. 6. Innovate constantly. Any mention of Steve Jobs brings up innovation. People are often scared that discussing their thoughts will lead to people stealing their ideas. The key to avoid this problem is innovation. People may copy you, but they won't be able to innovate at your speed if you continue to do that. And it's a validation that you are doing something right if someone is copying you. 7. It is never too early to get started. We have that story where people started at 60 plus. There is nothing called the right time, it's about hitting the right chord. Starting small helps, so start with what you have and where you are. Invest in your idea and product with all your conviction.